Hello, everybody. Welcome in. Welcome in. You guys are going to get a treat out of today, okay? I've got two amazing business people that are going to be talking to you guys about sales funnels and business credit because we're getting all the money in the last quarter and prepping ourselves for the beginning of the first quarter. So, hey, my day was good. Thank you for asking. Let me see. Ryan, are you on here yet? I can't find you. Can you send me a request to join the live so I can bring you on? Hey, everybody. How's your day? How's your day? I have such an amazing treat. If you're just coming in this room, get in this room. Hey, Nell did it. Hey. Get in this room. I know y'all know me for hair, but the truth of the matter is that I am a very savvy businesswoman. I've had my company for almost 20 years now. So I am bringing some of my business friends to talk to you and share with you some of the things that have helped me be successful, but they're also helping other people too. So, hey, Nika Kelly VA. Hey, how you doing? Hey. Ryan, I'm looking for you. Can you send me a request if you're there so I can bring you on the live and we can get started? Oh, there you are. Okay, Ryan, send me a request so I can bring you in. I'm warming the audience up for you. So if you guys are just joining, I'm about to have someone on here that is going to blow your mind and help you get to the money with your business. So are you bringing them on Sunday? The event I'm speaking at, it says requested. I don't see it. I don't see it. Let me see. Oh, here we go. Hey, Mo Money Moet. Oh, the event on Sunday that I'm speaking at, Ryan will not be there. He is not from Chicago, so he's flying in just for his course or his class on this. Hey, Ryan, there
Hey,
you are.
hey, how you doing? There we go.
He's getting out of here. Guys, this is Ryan McCrary. I cannot wait to dive into this. I brought him onto my audience because I know I offer you a lot of value with beauty tips and fashion and stuff like that. But for those of you that own businesses or that are looking to get into business, expand your business, whatever your goal is, there are some things that you need to know that will help you be even more successful or even touch a little bit of success. Ryan McCrary is not a Chicagoan. We had met a couple of years back at TSP Live, which is like this huge business conference with so many amazing people. And we connected right away and we kept in touch. He's actually going to be doing some things for me. I'm excited about that.
I got
But
you.
yes, we're going to dive into it. Ryan is not just a sales funnel expert, he is the sales funnel expert. So before we get started, Ryan, can you talk to them a little bit about who you are, where you're from, and what it is you do for businesses?
Absolutely. So thank you again for having me. Really excited to have this conversation and work with you on a deeper level. So everyone, I'm Ryan McCrary, also known as the Funnel Doctor from Philadelphia, PA. I'm actually coming to you all live from London. So it's late here. It's like about to be 10 o'clock. So that's why I look dark because it's dark out. I'm in London right now. But
Okay, perfect.
I am the funnel doctor, and we have a digital marketing agency. So we really help businesses either go from 0 to 6 figures, 6 to 7 figures, even some 8 figure companies. And it's all about developing the right funnel, which is your sales system to get more customers. So a lot of people, they're entrepreneurs, they're business owners, but they're not as intentional about, well, how do I get more sales? How
Right.
do I get more customers? We also are heavy on traffic. How do you get more visibility? How do you get more awareness? How do you get more eyeballs? A lot of entrepreneurs are the best kept secret. It's because a lot of people don't know about what you do. So you need to be intentional about funnels and lead capture and customer acquisition. And of course, getting more visibility and more views and more people to know about what you do as a business.
Okay. Thank you for that eloquent answer. Now I'm going to dial back a little bit because I know that we have some novices on here, people that are new to business or that are just looking for a way to scale and go to the next level. So can you actually take a little bit of time for those that are unfamiliar and briefly explain what in the world is a sales funnel anyway?
Yes,
Okay.
absolutely.
And wait,
People
and
always
why is
ask
it
me.
crucial for business growth? Like, what is it and why do we need it?
Yeah, definitely. So your funnel is basically your step-by-step sales process. So that's what you really want to take people through from like, I'm interested, I want to get more information to actually becoming a paying customer. You also may hear referred to as like the customer journey. So when I first got started, I didn't think about what I offered as like a system, like a sales system people should go through. It's like I have it, people should just buy it. But you really have to, create this funnel to be intentional about capturing leads, getting people interested to know about what you do, nurturing them, and actually getting them to do business with you. So the reason why every business needs a funnel, because every business needs a way to get more customers. Now, many different type of funnels we can talk about, whether that's a product funnel, webinar funnel, if you sell services, depending on what you do. But you need to bring people through this system where you can capture information, you can nurture them, and actually get them to buy with you. I look at it kind of like dating. A lot of people are trying to do stuff they shouldn't do on the first date by just, as soon as you put out the, hey, buy my stuff, buy my stuff, buy my stuff, it's like people don't know you.
Yeah,
Like no one knows you.
that
You
part.
have to build a relationship with them. You have to let them know how you can solve the problem that they have. And that's what a funnel allows you to do. Then you can upsell them, you can offer more stuff, you can get them to pay you monthly. Like there's so many other things in the back end to actually, what we say, increase the AOV, the average order value. So think about anytime anyone here goes to buy something online or offline, they always try to sell you something else. You know what I mean? Whether you're buying a plane ticket,
Absolutely.
upgrade
And
your seat.
upsell.
You upsell. You go on
Yeah.
McDonald's, get fries and a drink. Like whatever you get, they're always trying to sell you something else. So that's what you need to do in your funnel. You need to be upselling people and get them to spend more with you when they do actually buy.
Okay, so it sounds like pretty much all businesses can benefit from funnels. It's not just one specific industry,
Absolutely.
right?
Any business, I mean, only if you want more customers.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? If you don't need no customers, then no.
Right, exactly. So that being said, I know you mentioned, people trying to sell to what we call a cold audience, right?
Yeah,
People that are not familiar with you either selling that product or selling that service. And so we see nowadays online, the social media is inundated with all types of content, right? People are shooting content for their products. They're shooting content for their services. So my question is, what role does content play in the sales funnel, and how can business leverage it to convert it to sales?
yeah, so content plays a crucial role, and it's really about being able to articulate why someone needs what you sell.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I think that can be number one on your ad. So, your video ad, your Instagram ad, your Facebook ad, like being able to have good content to be able to like articulate what you do. Now, if you have a product, people want to see you demonstrating it or how the product works and that type of stuff. Or if you have a service or a digital product or a hair salon, whatever it is, just being able to articulate what you do, how you can help people, and then also being able to showcase what you do. So you got great videos, you just showing what you do in your salon. You know what I'm saying? So like, I'm sure if you had a page that didn't have no content of you showing what you did, I'm sure you wouldn't make as much money as opposed to you having great content showing what you do as a business. So
Right.
I think that's extremely important with your social media content, your ads, your organic posting, and then throughout the funnel, through like on your landing page, in your emails, everything that you do. That's the great thing about living in these times is we can easily showcase what it is that we do
Right.
just at the drop of a hat with the smartphone. So I think it's extremely important throughout that entire journey from start all the way to the end.
Absolutely. So basically, what you're saying is no matter whether you have products or services, if you are looking to capture more business, you need to be taking great images and great
Absolutely.
videos. Because a funnel really doesn't work if there aren't really good images and videos to kind of
Exactly.
push the product.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, in your opinion, what is the biggest mistake that businesses make when they're creating their sales funnels, and how can they avoid that mistake?
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's a lot of mistakes. One of the biggest one I've been seeing, it's like a recurring theme, not getting proof of concept that people want to buy your stuff. You know what I mean? It's like, hey, I'm going to create this funnel. I'm going to do some ads. I'm going to do all the things. I'm going to have this program I'm going to launch. I have this product I'm going to launch. I'm going to create a funnel for this, but you haven't actually done the due diligence to see if people want to buy this in the marketplace. So that's one of the big ones I'm seeing right now is not having something that people actually want to buy. So that's one of the main things. In addition to that, like copy and content is another big one.
Okay.
So not being able to really understand and articulate and put out there and find your avatar. Like, who is the specific person that you're looking for and looking to buy this? And that is through your messaging, through your content, through everything that you do, not being clear on that. So that's another one people I see is like they're not clear on who you're looking at, who you're looking for, who you're targeting, who you're trying to go after, your avatar. So all your other marketing, your funnel, and your process is going to be confusing because you're not clear on who you're looking for. So those are some of the main ones that I see out here.
So, what are some things that kind of need to be in place or that a business owner needs to know before they even start with the funnel process? So, because let's be clear, funnels are for sure an investment. Sales funnels, if you guys are just joining the room, we're talking about sales funnels, why they're important, and everything that you need to know so that you can set your business up for success. But what I was going to say is, there are steps to growing and expanding your business. So, what are some things that kind of need to be in place already before a business is ready to utilize a sales funnel?
Yeah, so definitely knowing, who you serve, definitely knowing what you do and how your product or service solves a problem. Like I really think you have to
Good.
be really, really clear on that. Not just like, I think I'm gonna do this, like I think it'll help people of like I know this that I got, like I know it's a problem that can solve for people. I just gotta get it out there more. I just gotta get the right system in place. I just gotta get, some automations and everything, but I already know that people want to buy what I already have out there. And like I said, I know who is that person. Uh, and then also understanding as well, like you need to get an expert to do it for you. You know what I mean? Because I think some
Yeah.
people also spin their wheels of like, I know what I do, I know what I'm good at, but you taking too much time away from the main part of your business as a CEO. If you're a subject matter expert, like you do hair, you're a hair whiz. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So if
I
you over here online, yeah, you are, of course, among other things. But if you online trying to build a funnel and taking all this time and everything like that, that's taking you away from what you do best in the business. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like that's another thing is people need to be intentional about understanding that I know I need this and I don't want to spend too much time trying to figure it out because that's going to take me away from my zone of genius as a CEO of this particular side of business.
So that it's so great that you bring that up, right? I recently read this book and I can't remember the exact title. It escapes me. I will tag it if I remember it. But essentially talking about being a CEO, right? Like I think that sometimes we as solopreneurs, right, we get so used to wearing all the hats, but we're not good at a lot of the stuff that we're trying
Right,
to
right, right,
champion.
right.
Like I am a beauty expert. I am great at that. I understand business to a degree enough to be successful in business and then to share those things that I've learned along the way with others. However, I am not a funnel expert,
Yeah,
nor do I have time in my very busy day to learn how to become one.
right,
So, outsourcing people that are experts in their
right.
field to do what you don't know how to do is critical for success as an entrepreneur. So, thank you for
Absolutely.
bringing that up
Yeah,
because when people ask
absolutely.
me, yeah, they
Right,
ask me about, how do I do it all? And the answer is I don't. I hire
right,
people that are really, really good at what they do to do the things that I don't know how to do, to
right.
save me
Exactly.
time and essentially money because I'm not making money if I'm trying to do your job.
Exactly.
So
Exactly.
that part right there. Now, funnels work really well when they work, right? So can you share a case study or someone that you work with that saw, you don't have to give names if you don't want to, but that saw tremendous results by utilizing a proper funnel?
Yeah, so we actually had one recently. So we were working with someone just like a couple months ago now. She has a daycare.
Okay.
So, local based business, daycare, you see one on every corner, at least where I live. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And a
Chicago
lot of
too.
them, right. And a lot of them typically don't necessarily need to leverage funnels or ads and stuff because, daycare, it's like, hey, I live in the area. I heard you're good. I looked at some reviews. I sent my child there. But in this particular case, this company lost a lot of kids because they went to school. You know what I mean? I
Okay.
don't know if it was first grade or whatever, kindergarten or first grade. They only do like up to preschool or whatever it is.
Right.
So she was down like 10 kids. So we created this lead generation funnel where she was able to collect leads and then get them enrolled. So I think she spent like something low, like $500 or something, and
Oh
she got
wow.
I think like
That's great.
I don't know 50 new leads or something like that, and then 10 of them actually enrolled, and each of those children pay I believe it's 250 a week, so it's like a
Oh
thousand,
yeah.
it's like
She
a
more than
thousand a
got her
month.
money back.
Right, yeah, right. So a thousand so if each one pay 1,000 a month. She got 10 new kids, so that's like 10 grand. But then I asked her, how long on average does someone stay? Like, what's your, retention rate and
Yeah,
everything like that?
for
She
sure.
said, usually on average 5 months, maybe more, maybe less, you know what I'm saying? But on average 5 months. So if you do 10,000 times five, that was like 50K in revenue from like a
Wow.
$500 ad investment. So
Wow.
that blew my mind. I'm like, man, I should have got some
Wow.
commission on that.
Right. Now you're rethinking your pitch, like, man, I should
Right.
have ran that different.
Right, exactly. So example like that is like, we ran a campaign. We only did a geo local targeting campaign. We did something where we can collect some leads and then followed up with them, got them to come in for a tour, and then she got new enrollments just like that by utilizing the funnel where she can collect leads, automated follow up with them, and have the ads to bring awareness and just targeting her local area.
Okay, so I know we talked a little bit about the money she invested. 500, like, just so you know, is relatively low for this.
Right, right,
So
right.
she said she saw a tremendous gain from that. So for a business starting out, or maybe a business that isn't in a strong financial position, how can they take advantage of a funnel? Like, what's your advice for people who have a relatively low budget but that need a sales funnel to generate more leads for their company?
Yeah, that's a good question. So I always look at it because, like, with funnels, like your actual like funnel is just like the sales process people should go through.
Right.
Now, whether the software you build it on, like all the bells and whistles and like all the other stuff and like the flows and campaigns, like automation tools, like all that is important. But that's secondary to like figuring out what is your sales process. So just think about whatever you offer. What's the first thing that should happen if someone's introduced? If you literally walk down the street and somebody's like, "Hey, I need X, Y, and Z," and you're like, "Hey, I'm the person that can sell you X, Y, and Z." What should happen? Should it just be, "Hey, here's a sample so you can try it out. Let's get on the call to discuss it. Let's try to do a free trial for 7 days." Like, just think about like what should that sales process be, and then
Okay.
from there, like, what's the next thing? If I run into someone on the street and they're like, "Hey, like I have this business, but I don't know how to market it." Oh, great! I know my first thing. I need to have a conversation. I need to learn more about what you do, who you serve, and I can tell you what we do. And then from there, I can see if it's going to be a good fit and we go to the next steps. So I don't need like a landing page for that. I don't need some heavy
Mhm.
automation. I need to be able to have a conversation to see what you do and see how we can solve that problem. So that's what I would tell someone if you are strapped for resources. Just think about like what's that process, like write it down. Like don't use no tools, don't even gotta hire nobody, nothing. Just literally write down like what's the process you think someone should go to be primed to buy from you. And then
Okay.
just literally just go out and just start trying to do that and get in front of people any way you can.
Okay, that's good to know. I do have a couple other questions, and then I know that you are living your best life. It's probably bedtime, so I won't keep you.
Now
But
you
I
good.
wanted to ask now, when you go online, there are funnels here, there's funnels, everybody is selling a course, a product, an experience. You are inundated with sales funnels when you go online. So, with the rise of social media, how have sales funnels evolved and what platforms do they work best on? So, like Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, where do they really, really perform and show out?
Yeah, it depends. It really depends on you know what I'm saying? It does
Right.
because it depends on where your avatar is. You know what I'm saying? So if I'm talking to someone and they're more B2B, they work with corporate, they work with people who are more professional, I'm going to tell them it's probably going to work best on LinkedIn. You know what I mean? But if it's someone that does content, really hair products, I think, stuff like that, I would say your probably best bet is going to be on Instagram. You know what I mean? Or if your demographic is maybe a little bit older, late 40s, 50s and up, I'm probably going to tell you Facebook or something like that. If you have like an older, younger demographic, maybe TikTok, Snapchat, and that type of stuff. So that's the first thing I always look at is like, okay, the person that I'm looking for, where are they most present at? And then I want to actually be more present there. So that's the main thing that I would say because I don't want to be, talking to someone who maybe isn't more present on that platform. So yeah, that's what I would say when it comes to that.
Okay. And so, last question before the last question, which is the last question. But for those that are just getting started, what is one actionable step that they can take today to improve their sales funnel? So they got a funnel and it's doing. What's one thing they can do today to get them on the right path?
Comes to my event in Chicago. No, I'm playing.
No, a big
Right
period,
here.
right?
I'm playing, but I'm not. But we'll talk about that. But I think one thing, if there was one thing that they can do right now to get more results with their funnel, I would say, honestly, I think get better at delivering results. I think that would be the main thing because, like, you can run more ads, you can create more landing pages, you can create more emails. But if you really, really get better at your craft and, like, you know that, like,
Yeah.
and like I'm leveling up the experience and the results I can get for people, I think in turn that will help your funnel. Because your funnel was, like I said, it's just your process to sell your stuff. So if you're getting better at delivering it, if you're getting more results for people, if you can articulate and you can show that when someone works with you, they have an amazing experience and it keeps getting better with every person that you work with. I think that in turn will help your funnel and help you make more money. Outside of just like, the buzz stuff that the average person will tell you, I really think it's about how can you live up the experience you deliver for your clients.
Okay. So just do better business.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah,
And
I
then
think that would be the main.
yeah,
Yeah, I
and when
think that
you're
would be
ready.
the main thing. You know what I mean? Because like I
Okay,
said, you
yep.
can, yeah, you can, because you can write like or write better copy or like get better ads. Like you can, you know what I mean? But I think like to really move the needle was like being able to say like, hey, we work with 100 people and we got them results. Now I can say we work with 150 people and we got them results. Like being able to do that is like now you really get in people's eye, and I think more people want to work with you by actually being able to say that you get results for people.
Okay. Sounds good. And Stacy D first said quality over quantity. That's right.
Absolutely.
Um, I know you mentioned you're going to be here in
Yeah.
Chicago. Share with people a little bit about the event that you're having and how why they should be there for the most part. Like, why do they need to be in the building this Friday?
Definitely. Well, of course, because you're gonna be here. That's the main reason.
That's the only reason. No, I'm
That's the
kidding.
only reason,
I mean,
right?
I'm kidding, but not for
You
real.
get it, but not for real. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm doing an event in Chicago. We called it the Funnel Doctor Residency Tour. So I'm hitting a few different cities, really just to drop some knowledge on y'all. And it's workshop based. We work in. It's really me, sharing a lot of things that I haven't even shared publicly, a lot with my private clients. So the first main thing is going to be talking about like hardcore with funnels, like deeper dive on what a funnel is, how you can use it for your business, and showing like real examples and case studies of like how we use funnels to generate over $1 million in sales. So my main segment when it comes to funnels is like literally the anatomy of $1 million funnel. Like, you know what I mean? Not even just like $1 million in your business. How this funnel for me and other people we work with made $1 million plus. So from like what copy we used, what emails we use, what automations we use, what landing page we use, how we designed it, how we use price psychology and upsells and downsells and like all the stuff of like literally what it takes to build $1 million funnel. So that's the
Wow.
first thing. The second thing is about like traffic. Like how do you get more traffic? How do you run Facebook ads effectively? And not just how you run them, how do you sustain them so they're profitable? Because I'm sure a lot of people will be like, well, I did a Facebook ad, but how do you run Facebook ads continuously so you don't run out of budget? You know what I mean? So
Right.
you actually make sure it's profitable. So you actually target the right people. So you set it up correctly. What's the right copy to use? What's the right type of videos? Like all this stuff. And then outside of that, other ways to get traffic outside of Facebook or Instagram or ads. You know what I mean? There are like so many other ways to get traffic that a lot of people don't think about. So I'm sharing all that. And then I'm going to talk about automation. So like how to back end, how to set up your back end, how to automate
Super
the
important.
flows, how to automate the sales, how to follow up with people effectively, how to get more MRR, monthly recurring revenue, like all the things automation so your business can work smarter, not harder. On top of you, being there and everything like that. And I'm doing a deep dive on all this marketing stuff.
Okay. And then is it, Black Friday is just around the corner. A lot of businesses are banking on setting themselves up to take the rest of the year off, to have a great Q1. It's a big deal for a lot of businesses. So if someone wanted to work with you or get some things going with their sales funnel, do they have enough time if they start now?
They do. Just got to get on it ASAP because the
Okay.
clock is ticking. But yeah, we do have enough time. I mean, the good thing, Black Friday this year is like literally the last weekend in November.
Yeah.
So we got over a month, but the
Okay.
time is ticking. So yeah, we definitely can. There's a certain way you want to do your Black Friday campaign. There's a certain cadence. There's a certain flow and method you want to go about it. You don't want to just do stuff willy nilly and figure it out. There's a system and everything that you want to go through that we've seen success with other companies. So I suggest if you do want to do that, you got to get on the nail.
Okay. And then where can they connect with you if they need more information or they want to work with you? I saw a couple of people saying that they need you. So how can they connect with you and get started?
Sure. So if you're on here, you definitely can send me a message on Instagram. Website should be in the chat. Also, my website is thefunnelDoctorAgency.com.
Can you give me your website for the because I don't know how to do that. Well, wait, first of all, let me tell y'all. I typically never go live, but I feel like during my career I met so many amazing business people that can actually help you be better business people. So I've launched a series called Chit Chat with Nat. Ryan, you didn't know this, but you're my first guest on Chit
Oh,
Chat with
really?
Nat. Yes.
Oh, okay.
So I'll be doing a lot more of these series where I can, bring people to you that can help you grow your business. So, and then let me see, I don't even know how to work this for real. Oh, wait, I pinned it.
All
Look
right.
at me being savvy. All right. So, thank you, Stacy. Do you guys have any questions for Ryan before we get out of here? I'm going to hold him a couple more minutes. As he mentioned at the top of the hour, he is actually in London living his best life. So he wants to get back to that. But yeah, are there any more questions that you have for Ryan? And then also make sure if you haven't already, he's pinned the website. He will be in town this Friday if you want to connect with him personally, get to know him a little bit better, and then take advantage of what he can do for your business. If you have a company and Black Friday is a thing for you, it is not too late for you to take advantage of one of the biggest weekends of the year. And thank
Absolutely.
you, Joan. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
So,
Absolutely, definitely want to take advantage. And what I also tell people when it comes to Black Friday,
yeah,
don't just look at it like I just want to make money on Black Friday. How can you use it to acquire customers on Black Friday that you can continuously sell to throughout the
absolutely.
rest of the year, next year? You can get lifelong customers by literally being able to acquire them on Black Friday. So
Yeah, like a long lasting strategy versus
exactly,
yeah.
exactly.
Okay. Well, I thank you so much for coming on, Sharice. Thank you so much. Actually, Sharice is going to be our very next guest. Ryan, I
Oh,
thank you so,
nice.
so, so, so much for coming on and joining me today. That was great information. And like I said, a lot of people don't even know what a sales funnel is. And because of that, they are not taking advantage of it. And
Right, right.
their business could be struggling. So
Exactly.
thank you for
Exactly.
sharing that. I
Of
will be in the
course.
building with you on Friday. The link is right there. Get your tickets, workshop based. We're going to get some things done and you will leave there better than you came. So we need you to be in the building. So, Ryan,
Yes.
real quick, tell them what time it is on Friday, just in case they're interested in getting a ticket.
Yeah, Friday we're gonna start at 9:30 a.m. Central Time.
Mhm.
So yeah, make sure y'all in the building. Like I said, I'm rolling back the curtain on a lot of things. Like I said, how we've been able to generate for myself and other clients millions and millions of dollars. And like I said, it's a system, it's a method that we actually take people through. So I want to share that with everyone that's there. So pull up to Chicago. I think we're like in the medical district or something like that, wherever that is.
You in a
So
good area. That's all you need to
okay,
know.
good. Yeah. So
All right.
thank you. I appreciate it.
All right, thank you so much. And now I'm hoping that I am not hanging up the whole live. I think, can you just leave my live and then I can bring Sharice on? Because I don't want to mess nothing up.
Yeah,
Now, Stacy
okay.
says it's just going to be one day. Yes, Stacy, he is just here for that Friday. But he has a tour, so you may be able to catch him in another city.
Thank you.
All right, Ryan, get off my live so I can go to the next one. All right, y'all. If you are still with me, let me reset the room. This is Chit Chat with Nat. I know you guys know me for doing hair, but guess what? I am also a savvy businesswoman. I've been in business for almost 20 years. And I am bringing some of my business besties online to talk with you about things that will help you grow and expand your business or even get started in business. And up next, you are not going to want to miss this lady. Her name is Sharice Pleasant of Pleasant Financial Services. I am about to bring her on. She is going to talk to you about all things business and personal credit. We are not taking bad credit into 2025. There is a fix for it, and people are taking advantage of that every single day. You will be one of them. So let me just find her real quick so I can bring her on. There she is. Sharice, I just sent you an invite. As soon as you get it, come on with me. And then if you guys are enjoying this live, please share it out to your friends with the little share button over there in the corner. Share it out with your friends. We want to help as many people as we can feel more confident about their business and do better in business. There's enough money out there for all of us. If they run out of money, guess what? They'll start using like sticks or twigs or something else to exchange as currency. So we're not going to run out of money. There's enough money for all of us. So I'm bringing my business buddies in so they can talk to you about how to get more money in your business. So Sharice, I just sent you an invite. I know you are a novice at this too, and you're probably struggling, but I need you to accept the invite so I can bring you on. Also, guys, if at any time you have any questions, feel free to hop in the chat and ask those questions. I will be paying attention to that as we're talking so that we can get your questions answered. And I so appreciate you all for being here. It's saying Sharice is unable to join. Let me just try it one more time. Okay, Sharice, I invited you one more time. If not, I'm probably going to have to end this live and then come back on. So we'll give her a couple of minutes. In the meantime, like I said, you guys know me as a hair professional. My background is in corporate America. I worked as an advertising executive before launching my hair business, specifically working with small to medium-sized businesses. TK Sherman Life. What's my greatest setback? How did you bounce back? The pandemic was probably the greatest setback that I experienced in my business when they legally closed my company for 4 months because we were not an essential business. And the way that I bounced back was making sure that when we invited people back into the business, that we offered great service, a great product. I definitely appreciated my business a little bit more when it was snatched from me. So my passion and desire to do a good job was reignited. So if you are struggling in business right now, the first place to look at is what you're offering. You know, are you presenting the very best version of yourself and your business to your customers? Because people are just savvy now. They don't want to spend money on mediocrity. You know, if you're a hairstylist, you know, are you putting passion and a lot and hard work into your product and service? If you have products, are they really great products? But giving people mediocre products or services, we just live in a time where you just can't do that. You got to show up as your very best self or they're going to go on to the next person. So that's how I bounced back, reevaluating what my offer was. So Sharice, I don't see you and I'm getting frustrated now. I know in church we talked about being patient, but I'm losing my patience. I'm trying to get you in on here. What I may have to do, oh, wait a minute. There you are. Hi.
Hi, I
How
was
are
trying to get
you?
on. I'm good. How are you?
I am doing amazing. Thank you for joining me. Guys, just so you know, just to reset, my name is Natalie B, and this is Chit Chat with Nat, and I'm bringing all of my business besties on here to talk to you guys about all things business. We just finished up with Ryan McCrary. We now have Mrs. Sharice Pleasant, CEO and founder of Pleasant Financial Services. And today, she put her glasses on so y'all knew she was serious. Today, we are going to talk about business credit, personal credit, basically what you need to know, what you could be taking advantage of right now so that you don't show up in 2025 like you've been showing up in 2024. So, hey, Sharice, welcome.
Hey, thanks for having me, Nat. How you doing?
I'm doing amazing, amazing. You my last one of today, then I could get back to my life. So, hey, boo, hey.
Okay, all right.
So, getting started, can you just share a little bit about who you are, um, your company, and what your company does for people before we get into some questions about how they can do better?
Absolutely.
Okay.
So, hi, I am Sharice Pleasant, CEO of Pleasant Financial Services. I am a credit specialist. I help consumers repair, rebuild, reestablish their credit. Been doing this in the field for about 9 years. I am a business credit specialist as well. I help entrepreneurs structure their business correctly and position them to get business credit, business funding, so they can stop using their own personal funds. and get that business up and going and be more successful than what they already are, right? And I've been doing
Yep.
that for about 5 years. And the
Ooh.
other good thing that I do is I am the ambassador of Illinois with the Association of Black Tax Professionals. Yes, I am a tax expert. I've been a
I
tax
love
expert
this.
for 17 years, you guys. So I'm really excited about all my things that I do. And the things that I have going on, and there's some goodies for you as well. If you are interested in anything that, anything all business, personal, business, credit, taxes.
Okay. Well, thank you for that. Now we're gonna jump right into it, right? So you got personal credit, you got business credit. What is the difference between the two, and why is it important to build both of them?
A personal credit is based off your social security number, right? Is monitored by Equifax, Experian, and TransUnion. It's when you trying to purchase your dream home, when you're trying to purchase your dream vehicle, maybe some good credit cards, things of that nature, and basically what we was taught. But we also have business credit, and business credit is I call a second chance. What you can do with that
I
is
like
you can
that.
build your credit, your business credit, and structure it correctly to be able to go get funding if your personal credit is not in order. How can you do that? It's two different ways. You have a lot of people out here teaching the game other ways. And I ain't knocking nobody, but my way is just a little different because it's the real way. So basically, you can build your business credit and it'll be quicker if you use your personal credit, 680 or higher. Why? Because that's what they look at. They want to make sure that you are responsible. You can pay your bills on time. This is where you can get approved for American Express, Business Platinum, Gold, Blue Cash Card, things of that nature, Capital One Spark, Chase Business Inc., and so forth. Now you can also build with your EIN number as well. That's the social security number to your business. Of course, it's going to take a little bit longer. I'll say about 4 to 9 months. It all depends on where your business is. If you are a newly structured business, you have to make sure you are structured correctly in order to be able to start building that business credit with that EIN number.
Okay. So you just mentioned that a lot of people are online professing to be credit experts, right?
Mhm.
So can you share some of the common mistakes that people make when they're trying to reestablish their credit or even build their credit?
Absolutely. Number one is when you are trying to repair your credit, let's just start there. Stop wiping everything off your credit report. You have a lot of people talking about, oh, we can get you a credit suite. We can repair your credit in 30 days. Absolutely not true. What that,
It's a
okay.
quick fix,
Um,
but it ain't a fix.
Exactly, exactly. And the reason I say that, Matt, is because the FCRA, which is the Federal Credit Reporting Act, right? They give all consumers a right to dispute anything that's inaccurate on their credit report.
Mhm.
But they also give the credit bureaus time, which is 35 days, to review it to see if it is accurate or if it's inaccurate.
Okay.
So if you are writing a letter to the credit bureau stating that something on your credit report is just not right, how could that be removed in 30 days when they have 30 days, up to 30 days
To
to
respond.
investigate
Yeah.
and respond to you? It just don't make sense. It don't even add up. So that's where that repairing comes in at. When they remove everything off your credit report, they're removing the history. They're removing so many things on your credit report. Remind you, your credit score is made up into 5 different categories. Okay. Those 5 different categories generate your credit score from that 300 to that 850. And one of those 5 categories is history. If you allow someone to do your credit sweep, now they're taking all your history away, which means you're starting over.
It's like
And no
basically
credit,
starting with no credit. And
yeah, and
that's
that's just as
that's
bad as
worse than
bad credit.
bad credit.
That part. So yeah, absolutely. So not only at Pleasant Financial do we help you repair, rebuild, and reestablish, but we also educate you too.
Okay. So outside of that, what are a couple other myths that you hear floating around that people believe work to build credit, but they actually are harmful and they don't work at all?
Oh,
I
let's
know
start and
it's a
stop
bunch,
applying.
but just throw out a
Yeah.
couple of them.
Let's just start and stop applying for all these different credit cards. Oh, if I could just go get these secured credit cards, I could build my
Ooh.
credit. Another category in those 5 categories is 10% is inquiries. If you get all these different inquiries on your credit report, you're not helping you. You're destroying you. You're bringing your credit scores down. So you want to definitely stop pulling your credit a lot. Stop applying for so much new credit. New credit is not good. You hear a lot of people like, girl, I got 18 credit cards. That ain't good. It can be, but it
You
really
know
ain't.
what?
And then,
I was gonna say I had this conversation not too long ago with somebody, and they were encouraging me to build out like a significant amount of personal credit. Where over here on the business end, like I'm building that out, and my personal credit is good,
yeah.
right? But um, when you have a bunch of credit cards personally, can you share with the audience? Number one, what that does, and if it is a negative thing, why is it negative? What's happening?
Well, number one, what that does is that is basically shooting up your debt to income ratio. Not only that, but if you are using all those credit cards, you are definitely destroying your utilization if you're not staying under that 30% utilization
Mm,
rate. Okay. So what I basically say to people is if you are an entrepreneur, build you some business credit. Why? Because business credit does not report to your personal credit. Okay.
mm-hmm.
That way you can keep your personal credit clean and you can use your business credit to fund your business and do everything else you are trying to do.
Right.
But if you are using all your personal credit and then trying to go over here and get some business credit cards, 9 times out of 10, you're going to be denied. Why? Because your utilization may be through the roof. It's a lot of people like, oh, girl, I maxed out all my credit cards, but my credit score is here. What can I do? I don't care if your credit score is a 700.
Mm-hmm.
Know that if that utilization is high, you just may be denied or that interest rate is just going to be high.
Oh man, we
Yes,
don't want
ma'am.
no high interest rate. That be making payments
No, we don't want
ridiculous.
no high interest rate. So you definitely got to stop doing that. Another thing is when you go to the dealership to try to purchase a vehicle, you got to choose your battles. A lot of people want a house. A lot of people want a vehicle. If you want a house, you have to get that house first. And then you have to wait till you close to get that vehicle. Why? Because if you purchase the vehicle first, that income is going to go on your credit report.
Mm,
And
yep.
guess what? That's going to affect that's going to affect your pre-approval, and because it's messing up your debt to income ratio. Why? Because when you purchase a house, you have to understand they're looking at not only your credit score, but they're looking at your taxes as well. That's why they want 2 years worth of tax returns. So they can see
Mm,
the amount that you are making within that year. Okay. When they look at your credit report, they're looking at the debt that you have, not only just your credit scores. So when they look at that, they are going to add that up. They multiply and they definitely going to divide. And if your income on your credit is a lot and outweighs your income, it don't make sense. Example: if you make $100,000, okay,
mm,
and you got about 60,000 worth of credit on your credit report, meaning 35,000 may be a vehicle, and the rest may be student loans or credit cards. Okay, that means out of that 60,000, 40,000 is the rest of your income. Correct?
mm-hmm.
So that's what your pre-approval is based off of.
Oh wow. I don't think people. I don't think a lot of people know that. I feel like I've done a good job with keeping my credit, decent and good. But I didn't know that. I just wow.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So they're going to
Yeah.
divide it. They're going to multiply it. They're going to do the monthly payments. The vehicle's 35,000. Okay, times 12 times how many years you got on it, all that good stuff. But when it comes down to terms with it, you probably only got about 55,000 that you make a year. And yeah, you want a $400,000 home.
Ain't
Not
gonna
happening.
happen. Ain't
Not
happening.
happening. Not in this day and age. It ain't.
So, what are some tips that people can do to or what's the fastest way to boost your personal credit score? I know it's probably different for business, but we're talking personal, then we're going to get into business.
Absolutely.
What's the fastest way if your credit is in a dark space? What's the quickest way to boost your personal credit score?
Well, the first thing you need to do is get a good credit monitoring service.
Ooh,
That's
okay.
yeah, you see my ass got real big right there.
Yeah.
Credit Karma is not your friend. It
Yeah.
ain't like Nationwide. They not on your side. So you want to make sure you got a good credit monitoring service. Okay. What you want to do is you want to take a look at your credit and see where you're going wrong at it. If you have a good credit monitoring service, it's going to tell you in them 5 different categories where you're going wrong at. Whether it's your utilization, if you need to get your credit cards down, whether if you're missing history. Everybody want to get a trade line because they think that's the fastest way to get their
They
scores up,
do.
right?
They've been saying that for years.
No, not true. So it all depends on where you're at. So trade lines can mean 2 different things. You can look for the history with a trade line, or you can need the limit when it comes to a trade line. So
Okay.
you have to make sure you know what you're doing when you purchase that trade line, and you need to know how many points that trade line is going to get you up. Example, if it's 2024 and you just started building credit in 2019, guess what? You only got 4 years worth of history. You can't be walking around here 50 years old with 4 years worth of history and looking for your scores to shoot to the roof.
I feel like you snatched and dragged a lot of people with that one.
I think
Okay.
I did too, and I ain't trying to throw no shots. I'm just trying to educate the church. You hear
Not
me?
50 years
So,
old with 4 years of credit history. That's kind of wild, actually.
so I'm just gotta be honest with you. So you have to, but it's a lot of people that pay for stuff in cash. So it may be a reason why they only have 4 years worth of
Okay.
history, right? So even though they got that 4 years worth of history, they may have that $5,000 credit card limit. If their credit score is not where they want it to be, that means they're missing the history, which is 15% of their credit score, right? So what they want to do is they want to purchase a trade line that is high limit on the years and the limits, high on the limits and high on the year. So you would look for something with 12 to 13 years long, and you would look for something over $5,000 that may threshold at 15,000 to 25,000. That alone would get you up to about 80, 90 points.
Oh, wow.
Absolutely.
Wow.
You can also remove the inquiries off your credit report. You can do that easily just by calling in. Okay, that will help you as well. You can also build your own primary accounts. What do I mean by that? You can do kickoff.com, KIKOFF. You can do creditstrong.com,
Okay, she said, say that again.
KIKOFF, kick off. You can do creditstrong.com.
I'm going to put what I can catch in the chat. Kick off.
Absolutely.
I got one in there for y'all. The rest of them, y'all better be taking notes and write down. I ain't
You can
trying
do
to end this live. I told y'all I'm a beginner at this going live thing. So, at
you can do
kickoff.com. And
credit.
say the other
I
one. What was the
know.
other one?
I know Credit Strong,
Credit Strong. Okay.
creditstrong.com.
Do you have
Yes.
a favorite credit monitoring service?
I do, and I will put that link in here in a
Okay.
minute if that's okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
that's fine.
can easily
Yep.
just put it in. So I will do that. You can do creditstrong.com. You can do selfinc.com.
Thank you, Sister Soul Sessions, for dropping that in there. If you guys are catching what she's saying, please, so that we don't interrupt the live, can you drop it in there for our fellow listeners? Thank you so much in advance.
You can definitely do. Uh-oh. Am I there?
No, you're here.
Okay.
I got you.
Those are 3 that you can definitely do to get your credit scores up. Those are called primary accounts. Don't go over there now and try to get all these authorized user accounts, you guys, trying to build your credit where it needs to be. Get you some primary accounts, especially if you're trying to purchase a home. Because if you don't have enough of your own credit, I'm telling you, I'm partnered with 18 different mortgage companies. Let me just start right there. I know exactly how it works. I done helped a lot of people get into homes, including myself.
Mm,
Okay. And not just 1, but 2 for me. Okay. So I said that to say, when you have a lot of authorized user accounts, sometimes it depends on the underwriter that you got. They will tell the loan officer to remove those authorized user accounts to see where your score is when you stand on your own. They can do
oh
that.
man,
If you
man, it's like they
have
take your
more than
coat off
2,
and leave you naked.
yeah, if you have more than 2 authorized user accounts, if it depends on what type of loan, what type of underwriter you have. They will come back and say, we want to see what they stand on their own. Now
Mm.
you did, now you shot. I ain't gonna say you dead. You shot. Now you over here trying to call Pleasant Financial, coming, I need 80 points.
Yeah. Stacy said, "Is this for? This is applicable for personal, right? Not
Absolutely.
business."
This for
Okay.
personal, but Credit Strong is for business too, Stacy. So you can go on Credit Strong and you can purchase an installment trade line for your business credit to help build your business credit payback score. Absolutely.
Okay. So I have a couple more questions about personal credit. Then we're going to transition into business credit. So now, if you're looking to purchase a home, right? Is there, and I know it can vary per situation and what you have going on, is there a baseline score that they're looking for?
Repeat that one more time. I'm
So
sorry.
I'm so no problem. So if you're looking to purchase a home, right, and I know that it can vary, right, depending on each person's situation, is there a baseline credit score that lenders are looking for?
It depends on what lender that you have. Some lenders use a 580 credit score. I don't push that because I'm gonna be very honest. Your interest rate is gonna be skyrocket high.
Oh
Okay.
wow.
But I will say if you're trying to purchase a home, my experience with dealing with people, 680 or higher.
Okay.
Why? You get a nice interest rate, okay? And it's not eating you up so much. Those interest rates matter, you guys. I'm telling you, especially it depends on what part of the city, world you're trying to live in. Watch those property taxes.
People be I know people forget about the property tax. You think about
I'm
the
going
house
through
and
it
you get
now.
the
I'm gonna
tax.
just keep it real with you. I had to hold myself because I'm going through it now. That no. So your property taxes with your interest rate, your mortgage with your taxes, it's gonna kill you. So
Yeah.
understand, don't I can just get the house and refinance in 6 months. Yeah, you can, but you don't know where the world economy is gonna be in six
That's
months,
right.
right? Especially the way this election is going.
Yeah.
So you
Yeah.
just gotta make sure you be careful. Make sure you go in trying to, with a good credit score. Don't be thirsty. Take
Yeah.
your time. What's for you is for you.
Absolutely. That's a great way to put it. And then for people that have just gotten too far in debt, right? We hate to use the B word, the bankruptcy word, right?
Mhm.
But when is bankruptcy a good idea? Like what situation do you need to be in for bankruptcy to make sense?
Um, you gotta have a whole lot of debt. I
Okay.
mean a whole lot of debt. What do I mean by that? Um, I say if you are 50, 60, 70,000 in debt, it's time. Anything at
You
50.
said the way you said it's time is hilarious. You were like, listen, you've done what you can. You stood as long as you could stand, and now you
Yeah,
just
after
gotta.
you've done all you can, it's just time to throw in the towel. Why? Because, you know,
That's funny.
I'm gonna be honest with you. This is me. Y'all could take it, y'all could leave it. Everybody got their own whatever. If you don't have a car that you don't want to get rid of that's in repossession, if you don't have like a whole lot of debt, don't file bankruptcy. If you got about 25, $30,000 worth of debt, come on over to Pleasant Financial. Don't waste your time filing bankruptcy because after you file a chapter 7, it's going to take you 2 years to get into your home. Okay. After you file a chapter 13, it's going to take you 1 year to get into your homes, only if you're making on time payments for that full year.
Mm. Well,
Okay.
I
So you
think
want to make sure that you doing your due diligence. Make sure you paying close attention to whatever it is going on. Just because you disputing information off your credit report, and I definitely want to throw this disclaimer out there, does
okay.
not mean you're stating that the account is not yours. Okay, that don't mean that. And I really wish people stop teaching that. Stop disputing anything on your credit report saying it's not mad because we know, they know, everybody know it is yours, right? But the
Okay.
way you really want to do this is you want to find the inaccuracy that is reporting on your credit and dispute it the right way so it can stay off longer. When you dispute it as it's not mine, oh, it's fraudulent, oh, it's this not right, it's gonna come off. It is, but you better believe it's gonna come back on. But if you dispute
After
it
they
the
do their
right way,
research.
that part. But if you, because later down the line, you got to understand that the creditors is going to find what they're looking for and send it over for proof to the credit bureaus. So what they're going to do is you hurting yourself, because now the credit bureaus is just going to report it right back to your credit. But not only are they going to report it right back, they're going to re-age it.
Oh man, no.
So
No.
what does that mean, Sharice? If you have a 2019 account on your credit report, whatever, and you dispute it, time out, it ain't mine, it's fraudulent, it's identity theft. Okay, cool. It may come off and y'all happy. Woo, I got all that off my credit. 6 months later, if the creditor gave something to the credit bureaus, 3 months later, whatever months later, if they find they proof and give it to the credit bureaus, they're going to re-age it. So now that 2018 account has just became fresh for 2024.
That's
Another
terrible.
thing, it's terrible. Another thing I'm gonna give you guys is stop paying your bills late. You want to make sure you're on time. Anything 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, 120 days late will destroy your credit worse than a collection will. So that's very important. The credit bureaus, they go from 24 months up until now when they report on your credit. 24 months up until now, so that's 2 years.
Well, I'm sure that blessed somebody out there. You don't have to tell on yourself and say that it was you. But if you like the information that you're getting, please drop a 100, at least so that we know we are on the right track. I know that I didn't know some of those things, but those are good things to know, Sharice.
Yeah, what
Does
they
your
say,
company
if you know, you
specific
know.
does your company specifically have programs that will help people that are suffering from poor personal credit?
Absolutely, we do. We have a personal credit program. Actually, we have a hardship net that's going on right now because we know it's a lot out here going on. So our hardship program is to the end of the year. It's over with December 31st. And it's amazing. You get 6 months worth of credit repair services, repair, rebuild, and reestablish for a discounted rate. So the original price was $297 to get started. Hardship starts at $197.
Oh wow.
Original price monthly is $129 a month. So that's $297 to get started and $129 a month. Right now we got it for $197 to get started, which is saving you $100. Instead of $129 a month, you are paying $89 a month, which is saving you about $40 a month.
That's amazing. So it sounds like it's a low barrier to entry to start working on your personal credit. And realistically, if that's the case, there's no excuse to be taking bad credit into the new year. With this election, I don't care who you're voting for. That's not the topic of today's conversation. But you should expect that things may become even more turbulent in our economy. And how are you right now preparing to stay buoyant if that happens?
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yes.
Definitely having bad credit isn't going to be the way to go. At the minimum, you want something that's making money, and then you also want to make sure you're keeping your credit intact because we just don't know what's about to happen, y'all. So, Sharice's company, Pleasant Financial Services, as a way to not only start getting on track with your personal credit, but if you're looking to launch a business, to transition into building business credit. So, that said, I'm about to segment to business credit. Now, before we do though, how important is your personal credit when you're looking to start building business credit? Because I think some people maybe detach the two. I know when I was outsourcing credit to start, or rather to open my third business, that personal credit was coming up in the conversation. So can you kind of dispel any rumors and tell people how important it is to have your personal credit intact or not intact to get business credit?
Yeah, so it's very important. Majority of creditors, they want your credit score to be at least at a 680 or higher when it comes down to applying for these different business credit cards, even including in getting business funding. I'm not knocking nobody, but there's a lot of people saying you can get a $50,000 business line of credit with damaged credit. That's not true. I, you know, it's not true. And I'm gonna leave that right there. But your credit score is very important if you are trying to get any type of business credit. I know with American Express, they want to at least see a 680 or higher. With Chase, they want to see at least a 670 or higher. With Capital One, they want to see 680 as well. Your business don't have to be established for 2 years to get business credit cards. It doesn't. The 2 years stagnant only comes in when you're trying to get business funding through banks, such as
Okay.
working capital, business lines of credit, startup equipment loans, business startup loans, things in that nature. But when you are applying for a business credit card, you can get that as early as 60 to 90 days in the business game if your personal credit is good. Now, when it comes to business funding, lines of credit and things like that, they don't want to really see no collections. They don't want to see no charge-offs. They don't want to see no late payments. You're going to be denied, okay? So you want to make sure that regardless of what others say, you have to make sure that your personal credit is where it needs to be.
So, really quickly, I want to dial back real quick for those people that are new to building out business credit. Can you explain the difference between business credit and business funding? Because the way that you use that phrase, it doesn't sound like they're the same thing. So, what's the difference for people that may need to know that?
So business credit is what you're building, your business credit to get business credit cards.
Hmm.
Business funding is when you go into the bank to get funding for the
Okay.
business.
Okay. Perfect. So business credit are your credit cards, and business funding is if I wanted to go get a loan or a line of
Yeah,
credit.
you want to go out and get a loan, you want to get a line of credit, you want to get some working capital. That is business funding. And majority depends on who you're dealing with. Some may just want no docs. I know a few banks that don't want any docs. They just want 3 months of bank statements and a nice business credit score. You can get up to $100,000 in a line of credit. I am partner with traditional and non-traditional banks. If you're trying to go over 100,000, that's where the tax returns come in at. And yes, you have to make sure that business is filed in order to get a business line of credit. Don't go up there with your personal taxes. How about I'm trying to get a business line of credit and you ain't trying to get Uncle Sam that money and then file that business because ain't gonna look good for you. Don't forget I said I'm a tax professional, so I'm a one-stop shop. You just got to make sure you're doing it the right way.
I love that. I know we're approaching the hour on this live, and so I don't want it to cut us off, but I will share with you guys a very personal story is that I want to say my salon I have now, that's my third business, my third brick and mortar. And when I was getting ready to open that salon, I was kind of in a position where I didn't want to tap into the money that I had put up. I needed some other money to open this salon. Also, it was fresh off of the pandemic. And I was fretting and I was kind of complaining to Sharice, and she was like, "Girl, I got this. Don't worry about it." Sharice helped me get the funding I needed to open the salon that I post every day on Instagram that y'all see. So when I tell you that she is the real deal and the truth, the whole reason that I'm doing this chit chat with that series is to not be a gatekeeper and share the people that help me so that you guys can utilize them too to be successful. I am so eternally grateful for that, right? Because I absolutely love my salon. I enjoy my salon home. I enjoy the joy that it brings to other people. And you were a big part of that acquisition. So thank you
Thank
so
you.
much. But
Oh, thank
again,
you for that.
you're
Thank
welcome.
you. You
Hey,
are welcome.
you guys, get back in charge of your life, your business life, your personal life. Start being very intentional. Start waking up and making a decision to show up as your best self. And if you can't, do the very best that you can. I literally have been thinking about different ways that I can improve. I'm ready to take my company to the next level. And you better believe that there are some things that Sharice and I have discussed that are going to be critical for me being able to do that. So it's not too late. You could start right now and be in an entirely different situation by the summertime. So it's just not too late. The only thing stopping you from getting to where you need to be is your inability, if you have it, to make a decision and do something about it. Literally, you could decide, okay, today is the day. On this live, when I get off, I'm gonna reach out to Ryan. I'm gonna reach out to Sharice. Today is the day that you need to do something. But sitting there not doing nothing is not an option. Do not put a zero on the board. Don't
Hey,
put a
Nat,
zero on the board.
not to cut you off because you were so serious. How long it took you to open up that shop?
Hey, let me tell y'all something. I closed my first salon on June 30th. I closed the doors, locked it up, done with it. On July 7th, I opened my new one. It took
8
me 8 days to open my salon. And I'm not just saying open. I wasn't somebody that just had the door open. My salon was fully furnished. I had everything that I need to continue running my business. 8 days. And I was able to tap into your programs to do that. So this is not a joke. I'm not bringing anybody on my platform that's here to play with you guys. These are the people that I use in real life to make the moves that you see me making online. So if you are sitting there stuck and you don't know where to start, I'm telling you where to start. I'm bringing you the people that helped me start. So take advantage of it. She says she has a program that wasn't available when I started, but you know what? It's fine. She said she got a program. Take advantage of that today if you have an opportunity. If not, put it on your to-do list for next week. But don't
That
you
was
dare.
personal credit.
Yeah. Don't you dare, under any circumstances, go into the new year stuck, because you don't have to be. Before I get out of here, Sharice, just a couple more questions. Um, let's see. What are some ways to leverage business credit to scale your company quickly?
What are some ways to leverage your business credit?
To leverage your business credit to scale your company quickly. Like the example I just shared, how I use some business funding to get my business
Business
going.
credit cards.
Yeah.
You can definitely get some business credit cards if you need to liquidate them into cash.
Yep.
If you need some quick cash, right quick, to do whatever it is that you need to do for your business. That is a business line of credit. If your credit score is 680 or higher, and if you have deposits, nice deposits going into your account, such as $15,000 to $20,000 a month. That's what they're looking at. That can get you about $100,000 in 10 days, 10 business days.
Mm.
So that's definitely some ways that can help you get you where you need to be.
Okay. So for those people that missed it, this is Sharice Pleasant, CEO and founder of Pleasant Financial Services. Sharice, I want you to share with them two things. First and foremost, how can they stay connected with you? And then also, if they want to work with you, what steps do they need to take to work with you personally? I know that you got a code receptionist that'll get them in there, but what do they need to do specifically to start working with you right away?
To start working with me right away, you can reach me at pleasantfinancialservices.com. That's pleasantfinancialservices.com. Or you can call my office at 773-701-6860. 773-701-6860. You can give us a call tomorrow. We are open at 10 a.m. To 5 p.m. And we can get you in, get you a free consultation on the personal credit, and we can also get you in for a consultation for the business credit as well. And if your taxes need to be a second look and you need a new tax professional, we can definitely get you in for that as well. For more education, you can definitely follow me at I am Sharice Pleasant on IG.
I love it. Last but not least, if you had to leave um just a tip or a gem to inspire somebody, right? Because I want to share this with you guys. Sharice may go into it a little bit. Sharice has had her company for what, 5 years?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so before that, she was working for the city, and she shared such a beautiful, inspirational post a few days ago. It might have even been a week ago, but she was talking about what inspired her to take a leap of faith and start her company. Can you speak to people out there that may be in a situation where you were, and that were afraid to take a leap of faith and start their company, and just really inspire them? Because I'm bringing the help their way, right? But if they're stuck and they feel like they can't do what God placed on their heart to do, what would you say to them?
You can, because he gave us the same grace, and what he's done for me, he can do the same for you. I was working at the city of Chicago for 16 years. I was on a garbage truck. And God tapped me on the shoulder one morning and said, it's time. And I was scared, y'all. Making $38 an hour, full benefits, single parent, 4 children. I was nervous, but I stepped out on faith, and I trust God. And as long as you trust God and you believe and you have faith, you can do all things through Christ. Don't leave Christ out. I
Yeah,
can do all things through Christ that strengthens me.
absolutely. Absolutely. I love that. Thank you for sharing that. I'm so happy that you came on my live today and blessed the people. Before we get out of here, we got time for just a couple of quick questions. If you guys want to ask Sharice something or myself, drop it in the chat. I got about 2 more minutes before I think they completely cut this live off, because we've been talking and talking and sharing and blessing today. Okay. Something I saw. Stacy said this is her hometown. So hey, Stacy, come on back to Chicago. I don't know where you moved, but you belong here in the city with us. And she said we have all these Chicago Trails Blazers on this social. There were a lot of people in this live that I recognize. So I thank you all for taking time out of your day. I plan to bring you weekly segments like this with my business besties, and no gatekeeping, sharing with you the people that I work with behind the scenes to create all that you see online. Sharice is definitely one of them.
Thank you.
Stacy said if she's already working with somebody with her personal business credit, should she just stay put because they're slow? They're slow walking me to great. I think she's asking should she stay put or would she be able to work with you?
Stacy, you can give me a call.
She got you, Stacy. And we ain't trying to trust me.
Look,
She got you, Stacy.
I'm
I will
trying to
reach
start no
out.
commotion with nobody. I don't know if your person on here might tap in, but you can call me.
Yeah, like I said, I opened my salon 8 days later. So I mean, and y'all see, I'm still doing my thing, and I'm
Yeah,
happy
we
to
can
be there.
definitely
So.
take a look, Stacy. If you would like to give me a call and get on my calendar, I could definitely look at your stuff, see where you are, and we can go from there. You can make the decision from there.
Okay, sounds good. Well, guys, I am going to let you go. I may bring Sharice back in a little while, probably before the holidays, just in case y'all trying to go crazy with the credit cards. We want to make sure you're not doing that. But thank you so much, Sharice, and thank you all for tuning in. This has been
Welcome.
wonderful. And if you enjoyed this, let me know. All right, you guys have a good one and a blessed day on purpose.
Bye.
Bye.